of Gaslighting. Recognize manipulative and emotionally abusive people and break free by Dr. Stephanie Sarkis, written and narrated by Janky Mind. Introduction. Are you familiar with the unsettling sensation of questioning your own reality? Perhaps you find yourself frequently shouldering blame for actions you're certain you didn't commit. Your emotions and experiences are consistently met with doubt and dismissal, leaving you disoriented and unsettled. When you attempt to address the individual responsible for sowing these seeds of doubt, they possess an uncanny ability to contort the narrative, intensifying your confusion. If this sounds all too familiar, it's possible that you're ensnared in the intricate web of gaslighting. So, how do you extricate yourself from this disorienting trap? The key lies in equipping yourself with the knowledge to identify these deceptive tactics and the resources to shield yourself from their corrosive impact. Instead of feeling powerless or trapped, you must confront manipulation, not only within personal relationships but also within broader contexts such as workplaces and political arenas. This audiobook embarks on a journey to the heart of gaslighting, peeling back its layers of deception and providing you with the wisdom necessary to regain control of your own reality. In doing so, it will aid in the restoration of your sanity, confidence, and, most significantly, your empowerment. Are you ready to shine a beacon of light into the darkness and unveil the truth that has remained concealed in plain sight? Chapter 1: Unraveling the Gaslighting Enigma, Identifying the Labyrinth of Deceit. Picture yourself navigating through a labyrinth, where your trust acts as a guide, but instead of leading you to clarity, it plunges you deeper into a bewildering maze. Welcome to the realm of gaslighting, a cunning and insidious form of manipulation that warps your perception of reality, leaving you to question your very sanity. However, by astutely discerning the common traits of gaslighters, you can expose their deceptive strategies and shield yourself from their influence. Gaslighters are adept at employing conditional apologies. Their refrain often sounds like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," subtly deflecting blame onto you. They artfully frame the issue as being about your emotions rather than their actions, casting doubt on the validity of your feelings. Moreover, they have a penchant for triangulation, a method of indirect communication that fosters confusion and discord. Rather than addressing issues directly, they relay messages through intermediaries, maintaining control while sowing chaos. Similarly, gaslighters employ splitting tactics to divide and conquer, pitting individuals against each other to create distractions that divert attention from their own misdeeds and cultivate an illusion of innocence. Gaslighters frequently exhibit an entitlement mentality, dismissing and devaluing those they deem less powerful, all while expecting preferential treatment in return. Their obsession with personal image and reputation often leads them to dominate interactions, fixating on superficial concerns. Yet, it's important to note that gaslighters are impervious to traditional forms of discipline or correction. They consistently evade accountability, resorting to lies, manipulation, and taunts to erode your resistance. For them, gaslighting is not a mere tactical maneuver, it's an integral facet of their personality, intrinsically linked to their unrelenting hunger for control. Living with a gaslighter may have induced a state of cognitive dissonance within you. This state is characterized by a perpetual conflict between the gaslighter's words and actions, resulting in a bewildering tapestry of contradictions that shape your reality. Despite the harm it inflicts, this paradoxical situation may compel you to remain in the relationship. It's crucial to recognize that mentally healthy individuals do not resort to gaslighting tactics. These behaviors should be seen for what they are, the manipulative schemes of an expert in sowing seeds of self-doubt and distorting reality. Identifying these patterns marks the initial stride toward liberating yourself from their grip. Chapter 2: The Illusion of Love, Gaslighting in the Realm of Romance. Envision a whirlwind romance, brimming with grand gestures, overflowing affection, and the promise of a future together. It's the stuff of dreams, isn't it? However, exercise caution, for this may just be the opening act of a gaslighter's theatrical performance. This performance is often known as love bombing, an overwhelming display of love and attention designed to ensnare your heart. Gaslighters are consummate illusionists, expertly convincing you that you're stepping into a genuine love story, only to abruptly rewrite the script, leaving you bewildered and questioning the very fabric of your reality. You might find yourself unfairly bearing the blame for the gaslighter's transgressions. For instance, they might project their infidelity onto you, accusing you of cheating when, in fact, they are the ones guilty of unfaithfulness. Shifting blame is a hallmark gaslighting tactic, and it's crucial to remember that this blame does not rest on your shoulders. Infidelity within a relationship, especially when wielded by a gaslighter, is a manipulative ploy, not a consequence of your actions. Following the initial love-bombing phase, the gaslighter's true colors begin to emerge. Just when you contemplate withdrawing, they may pull you back in with sweet promises and affectionate gestures. This maneuver is known as hoovering, an effort to regain control over your emotions. Conversely, they might employ stonewalling, shutting down or vanishing when confronted or challenged, adding to the emotional turbulence. So, how can you safeguard yourself against gaslighting, particularly when embarking on the journey of dating? It commences with vigilantly watching for warning signs. Gaslighters are known to thrive on online dating platforms, expertly crafting ideal personas and targeting vulnerable individuals. If your profile indicates that you've been single for an extended period, recently divorced, or inclined to see the best in people, you may be on their radar. During your first date, stay alert to potential red flags. If your date showers you with excessive affection, discusses long-term commitments, suggests moving in together, or even broaches the topic of having children prematurely, exercise caution. This rapid acceleration into a serious relationship is a typical gaslighting tactic. Furthermore, be cautious if they insist on ordering your food or persuading you to consume more alcohol. These seemingly innocuous actions may conceal subtle attempts to exert control. Whether you're just beginning to date someone or are in a relationship where you suspect gaslighting, trust your intuition. Pay heed to the warning signs and consider the perspectives of your friends, they may provide a more objective viewpoint. Never hesitate to step away from a relationship that feels amiss. Recognizing and escaping gaslighting at its inception can spare you emotional turmoil and guide you toward healthier relationships. In the intricate labyrinth of manipulation, your discernment serves as your guiding beacon. Trust in it. Chapter 3, Unveiling Gaslighting, the Workplace Nightmare. In the grand theater of life, gaslighters don't restrict their performances to personal stages alone, they also infiltrate the professional arena, transforming workplaces into battlegrounds of manipulation and havoc. Detecting a gaslighter within your workplace necessitates keen observation and heightened awareness, but it can serve as a shield for your peace of mind, professional advancement, and overall job satisfaction. Is there an individual who consistently appropriates credit for your work, conveniently omitting your contributions? Do they readily shift blame onto you when situations take a downturn, even when it's abundantly clear that you are not at fault? Are they habitual purveyors of falsehoods or gossip, disturbing the harmonious ambience of the workspace? Do they undermine projects or sow discord among co-workers, needlessly generating confusion and conflicts? If these behaviors strike a chord, you may well be contending with a gaslighter. When caught red-handed, gaslighters often escalate their efforts instead of acknowledging their errors. They intricately weave their webs of deception, intensifying their endeavors to manipulate and control. They may even engage in acts of sexual harassment or play disruptive pranks, pushing boundaries while maintaining plausible deniability, typically just subtle enough to elude immediate detection, leaving you doubting your own perceptions. Nevertheless, trust your instincts. If you harbor suspicions of being gaslight, there's a high likelihood that your instincts are correct. Remember that the law safeguards your rights in the workplace. Your initial course of action should involve confronting the gaslighter directly, articulating your concerns with clarity and assertiveness. Document all your interactions with them, whether they occur through emails, chat messages, or formal letters. Accumulating evidence and building a case may prove invaluable as the situation unfolds. Your safety and well-being take precedence. Should the situation escalate to a point where you feel unsafe or unfairly targeted, do not hesitate to approach your company's human resources department. They are entrusted with ensuring a safe and conducive work environment for all employees. A particularly delicate scenario arises when your supervisor is the gaslighter. Do they uncomfortably monitor your work activities? Do they collude with other supervisors, cultivating a tense atmosphere? Are their performance evaluations consistently harsh and biased in your case? Endeavor to avoid being alone with them whenever possible. If feasible, request a change in workspace or supervision. Always bear in mind that you possess rights and options. However, what if these measures fail to yield results, and the gaslighting persists unabated? Occasionally, the most pragmatic solution may be to seek employment elsewhere. Your mental and emotional well-being are invaluable, and no job should endanger them. While leaving may appear to be surrendering, it is, in truth, an act of self-preservation and resilience against the corrosive influence of gaslighting. You are entitled to a workplace that respects and appreciates you, free from the looming specter of manipulation and deceit. Chapter 4: Manipulation in High Places, Revealing the Shadows of Gaslighting in the Political Arena. Gaslighting isn't limited to personal relationships or workplaces. Its insidious influence extends into broader societal structures, particularly within politics, where individuals in positions of power can wield it to bring about catastrophic consequences. Just as you would discern gaslighters in personal interactions or professional settings, there are telltale signs that can help you identify their presence in the realm of politics. First and foremost, stay vigilant for those who exude an aura of infallibility or omnipotence, dismissing any form of criticism or accountability. A notable absence of empathy is another key hallmark, often accompanied by a megalomaniacal perception of their own authority. Gaslighters frequently avoid taking responsibility for their actions, conveniently shifting blame onto others. Intellectuals and critical thinkers are often targeted by gaslighters, as they pose a threat to the carefully constructed narratives. Keep a watchful eye on politicians who prioritize material wealth over social responsibility and are notorious for brazen falsehoods. They frequently target marginalized groups, exploiting societal prejudices for personal gain. The dissemination of propaganda and the propagation of dubious information are common tactics employed to manipulate public perception in their favor. So, how can you counter the pervasive influence of political gaslighting? Exercising your right to vote is an influential initial step. Be well informed about your candidates' policies, commitments, and, crucially, the sources of their campaign funding. Engaging in politics at the local or national level can provide you with a deeper understanding of the dynamics at play and ensure your voice is heard. Additionally, historical analysis offers valuable insights into combating gaslighters in politics. An examination of 218 instances where democracies emerged from authoritarian regimes revealed that in 2/3 of these cases, the leaders' mistakes proved to be the turning point. For common errors were identified: calling for elections or military conflict and subsequently losing, overlooking public unrest, reforms spiraling out of control, and the selection of a secretly pro-democracy figure within the regime. It appears that a gaslighter's ego often becomes their downfall. Gaslighters frequently weaponize the media as a means to control narratives and sway public opinion. Pay attention to the media outlets a leader supports or criticizes. While social media serves as a powerful platform for free speech, it can also become a breeding ground for bots disseminating misinformation. Always maintain a healthy degree of skepticism toward the information you encounter online. In conclusion, staying alert, skeptical, and engaged represents the most potent defense against political gaslighting. Just as in personal relationships or workplaces, acknowledging the presence of gaslighting is the initial step toward confronting it. Democracy, like any relationship, thrives on truth, trust, and mutual respect. Upholding these values is essential to keeping gaslighters in check. Chapter 5: Deceptive Shadows at Home, Unmasking Gaslighting Within Family Dynamics. In this concluding section, we delve into the profound challenges that arise when gaslighting infiltrates the innermost sanctum of your personal life, your family. The impact can be deeply felt. Family bonds are intricate and resilient, making it difficult to extricate oneself from such situations. Confrontation, a natural response, often proves fruitless. The gaslighter may simply dismiss or trivialize your concerns, further asserting their dominance. Within family gatherings and events, the gaslighter's discomfort with happiness often emerges. They may go to great lengths to tarnish celebrations, sow discord, or recount stories designed to embarrass or belittle others. Their objective is control and power, driving them to make unreasonable demands or back you into a corner. It's almost as if they're addicted to it, a craving for dominance and subservience. An important consideration is that gaslighters can exploit familial relationships to serve their own needs. Exercise caution when it comes to lending them money or entrusting them with valuable possessions. They might even manipulate other family members to draw you back into their sphere of influence, weaving a complex web of control and manipulation. Enabling is another regrettable facet of family gaslighting. Other family members may unintentionally or knowingly perpetuate the gaslighter's behavior, normalizing it within the family structure. Gaslighters rarely share in your joys or successes. For instance, your decision to pursue higher education may be met with negativity, a claim that it's a waste of time. They take pleasure in sending mixed signals, fostering ongoing confusion and instability. It often feels as though, no matter what you do, it will never be enough to appease them. Parental gaslighting can be particularly damaging. It can manifest in various forms, from competing with their own children to undermining their achievements or manipulating their emotions. Gaslighting parents frequently impede their children's progress toward independence due to a fear of losing control. For example, if you firmly decline your mother's request, she might resort to giving you the silent treatment. This manipulation is often coupled with other forms of emotional or even physical abuse. Conveying contradictory messages is yet another common tactic. They might insist that you need to lose weight, only to prepare your favorite high-calorie treat shortly afterward. This strategy keeps you off balance. Additionally, they may use you as a vessel to fulfill their own unmet dreams or engage in constant competition with you. Disturbingly, these behaviors are often passed down through generations, perpetuating a cycle of subconscious gaslighting. It's crucial to understand that recognizing these patterns within yourself does not automatically classify you as a gaslighter. True gaslighters typically lack self-awareness and reflection. However, remaining vigilant and actively working to break these patterns can ensure that you do not inadvertently adopt these behaviors when building your own family. The process of healing from gaslighting begins with understanding, followed by action. Instead of berating yourself for past experiences, use them as stepping stones toward a healthier and more fulfilling future. Summary: gaslighting, a pernicious form of manipulation, infiltrates numerous aspects of life, spanning personal relationships to the political arena. Gaslighters employ a range of deceptive techniques, such as deflecting responsibility, sowing confusion, and demanding preferential treatment. In the realm of dating, they deploy tactics like love bombing and blame shifting, while workplaces become breeding grounds for their appropriation of others' achievements and the fomenting of discord. In the political sphere, gaslighters skillfully evade accountability and exploit propaganda to their advantage. Meanwhile, within the family unit, they exert control, engage in demeaning behavior, and manipulate emotions. Vital to countering this insidious influence is the recognition of these behaviors and unwavering trust in your instincts, enabling you to confront and ultimately break free from the detrimental grasp of gaslighting. This audiobook summary was brought to you by Janky Mind. We hope you enjoyed it.